Welcome to tonight's stream. Please make sure you subscribe, like, and comment. Engagement is how I can get this monetized. So, not gonna be tying for a little bit. Got some cleaning to do, but decided to pop the live stream on a little early so that it's ready to go when I'm ready to go. That's why I chose it. Alright. I'll have to get more water soon. I'm trying to clean up my life, clean up my room. But I found the Strands from my original band. The one that I cut the stones out of. There's still one that exists like this one that's still tied and completed, but this one is I scavenged it. If I can get that other one back, maybe we'll check it out. Looking at my ankle here. Shot just a little bit more. Oh, I'll try to keep. I can push the microphone back. I don't need to point it up at my face. I can actually probably point it down towards my hands, and I'll still pick everything up. There we go. Just finishing up one of my fave Disney movies, Tangled. The first time I watched Tangled was on a business trip to France to work in a meat plant. And there's plenty down back there. I said I was going to do music earlier, but I did music earlier, so I should not watch Inside Out. Especially Inside Out 2, but I'm going. Oh, I could watch Ratatouille. I never watched Ratatouille a lot, but I love cooking. I'm going to start filming cooking at some point, but it's not going to be like educational. It's just going to be like, this is how I cook. Don't do it this way. Ratatouille it is. Because everyone can cook. Not everyone can cook well. Alright. Let me hitting restart. Oh shit. Restart now. 1 second. Alright. So we are continuing the Pendants, the Sobriety Recovery Pendants. So one of the reasons I had to start using special lotion to try to dry my hands out is because I stopped being able to pull this little tiny thread that I need to make on here. And this is all bead line I have left, so I have to be real nervous. I need to be able to pull this again. I did it dozens and dozens of times, and my hands are just too rough. So let's don't remember. We need to do a UV check. It's quartz, because I don't know if it's quartz. Might be opals. Oh, it's white jade. Never mind. It's all white jade. Except for a couple quartz in the middle. Well, I'm not going to wear my bracelets tonight. I took a day off from the gym. I took a day off from like everything. Except for this. Because I'm obsessed with making these, so I can't give up. I love doing something. If I get people on... I want to do some talkie chats. Oh, this one's for a friend at the gym. I think I showed it in a previous live stream, but it's maybe I didn't. China Jade on Okra. So, but at some point, I'll do some talking, chatty live streams, and might do some tarot readings for people. Big Critical Role fan, so I've got the deck from Critical Role, and keep it like this in my makeshift tablecloth and some, I think it's just grocery bag, so I look like, you know, the dirty hippie I'm trying to be. Everyone should have a dirty hippie phase, especially conservatives. What am I? Oh, I'm gonna put the cards back. I've had it in here with my cards. I haven't seen them in like a week. Like a week ago, like I've been trying for weeks trying to figure out what combo to make them, and I couldn't figure it out. And then I saw him wearing a Mountain Dew t-shirt. I'm like, China Jade. And I wanted to use the new Okra, and like, I think it'll look good on him. He's mixed race, so he's got some darker skin. So it should pop just a little, and it'll look real nice. Get some water. Oh, I was gonna... I might have to turn these lights off from a gem light. Oh, maybe not. Oh, that's amber glowing. That's green. That's the green amber. Even though it looks browny, you can see against the cognac. So... This is real cool. Looking at the cognac. Okay. So we got some quartz in there, but uh-oh. Oh no. I used them earlier today. My tweezers. And I don't know where they are. Just stick them back in here. No. Oh no. I found my tweezers. Well, that's amethyst. Put those in there because they're smaller. I actually got. Ooh. Is the cord? The cord's chewing up. I don't know. It's cray. So I have real turquoise, but it's all. I need to ream it out to use it. And then I have this, which is supposed to be turquoise, but I'm pretty sure it's dyed howlite because it's too bright of a blue turquoise, and a lot of like turquoise is just dyed howlite if it looks too much like that. So yeah, this turquoise has there's so much more difference to it in the colors, and like this is all just too similar. It's all the same color. Okay, so that's all quartz in there, but there's some garbage ones like this one I'm not gonna use. This one I'll use. Oh, my dog's eating food. So I'm still undecided on the 6th. Jesus Christ. Stop shoveling. No shoveling your food. Eat your food, don't shovel. You need to eat all, not just the pieces. Stop shoveling it out. I gotta wash my hands. Pick up. the Sobriety series. That's right, I had the sapphire one cut, but I didn't tie it, so. The decision was, at 6 months, sapphire blue. Man. Do we do amber, or do we do, oh my goodness, quartz? Because after this one, we do have copper, which, I think copper, I gotta double check. I think we've got copper, which isn't a repeat as well. But after copper, then they repeat until the end where it's bronze, which we're switching to white. So, here's our bagged up, 24 hours, 30 days, 60 days, 90 days, 4 months, 5 months. So, that's with amber, so that's 6 pendants. If we do the rest, 6 through 11, that's another 6, because you're counting the 6th. 6th isn't 0. Quartz, and then the 1 years. Like, I don't know why you wouldn't want to get the Labrador light. It pays extra. I'm such an ass. But, the Labrador light, it's so pretty. It's just so pretty. Like, I don't know why you wouldn't want it. Alright. So yeah, I think we're gonna do quartz. Just gotta string some quartz, because I used all my quartz up in Chakra Pendants. I don't like that one. Okay. Amethyst back. I will do the Chakra series. I want to get some premium stones too, so that I want the $17 pendant, and then the charged $675. Discord's okay. Discord. Yeah. Oh, jeez. That cord's okay. This one. Come on. I have pets, so there it is. It's not gonna roll. So if you're highly allergic to pets, I guess don't buy my stuff. Not using any of the amber and the Labrador light. I am still wearing, like, I threw that on today. It's the one I wear. It's the one I make sure to put on. We don't need this right now. I'm just moving my hands, getting them warmed up. Oh yeah. Oh man. I just want to go to a nice French restaurant. I had an interesting experience when I was talking about Tangled, and how the first time I watched Tangled was on a flight to France. And I watched it twice. It was either to or back home. I don't remember. But I watched it twice on the plane because there's time. There's time. Yes. Good. She's been better. She's dead. She didn't have it, so she's covered. Yeah, she believed you. Jar. Alright. Put the dragon on for a little bit. Alright. So we need at least six of the big ones. Definitely have 6. Get 7. Bloop, bloop. This one. Oh, no, it's wrong. It just says. I don't remember what's cleavage. It's got. Shearing. I don't know. I need 6. We got 7. I'll probably string all 7. So we need. 4, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14. I don't know why I always feel counting by 2s is faster. I want to find a chunk of amber. Yeah, I'll have to buy it bigger. I don't know if I have a big chunk of amber that I can shove in his mouth. Alright. I have the... Should have plenty. Light. Crank the one up. It's just. That's too. Ugh. This part sucks. Oh, come on. Ooh. See, it's nice when I can get a nice long one. I need a machine. Because it sucks. It sucks when I can't do it. And like, I still. Let's move this hole. Yeah. There's a little bit of angle on the camera. I can't get it perfectly with the grid, but yeah, it's fine. I'm pretty sure only I can really notice. Yeah. Oh, my lighter. Need to pick up more fuel. Or use it for lighter. Remy, what are you thinking? What are you waiting for? This is your chance. I'm not saying it at the same time, so don't try to sync up. If anyone is watching and they want to play 2024 5th edition Curse of Strahd, I have one seat open at my online table. That I doubt I'll live stream because it's other people and I don't know. I'm still new to DMing, but worked at a scout camp where I entertained people doing different characters. I'm ultra high masking. So I am hypercritical of my performance, but my players seem to have a real good time with me. If you like high role play, if you're looking for a dungeon crawl, no. If you want lots of role play, yeah. So, Queenie. Didn't count this right. Maybe not. Critic. Oh no, I did count right. She likes the soup. So does this just I love clear quartz. I really like the opals I have too though, because they're clear and cloudy. Leclerc likes it. Uh-oh. Oh no. Everybody can cook. Anyone can cook. Huh. But not anyone can cook well. We cook a lot at home now, and there's people that don't, but like it's really interesting to think about like food is labor intensive. I worked in manufacturing, and, you know, you're paying for a lot of work to be done. Ooh, how long do I need to make these? There, you saw my secret method. The secret method for making the end is melt it just right and pull, and it's a little luck, it's a little skill. I got real consistent for a while, and then my hands got too sweaty. So I'm hoping once I gotta use this stuff for at least 2 weeks. My hands will be real dry. I've got lots of stuff to tie until then, so I'm not worried about running out. There's a couple of projects I have that I want to do. I did bring them over. There's a couple of projects I want to do that do require a little threading. And that's my dreamcatchers. Oh my gosh, I don't want to make it sell these because I'm gonna have to sell them for too much, and it's not actually too much. It's just they're expensive. They take a long time to make. That's $1 a knot on the bottom. So, I've got a whole pendant. I was talking about doing the dangles, and I have some earrings. But that loop is just around my thumb, so it's not huge. But just this part, just the wrapping the leather, doing the artificial sinew, like that took 2 hours. It just did to get it real nice, real tight. This is for my nephew, and I've got 2 more tied. How many points does this have? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I think this one's a 7 point, and this one's an 8 point. The 8 point, I wasn't able to get it as small as the 7 point. I was testing it out. I don't know if I should do it at the top or at the bottom, because I think I need to start at the top, because this ended at the bottom here and this one ended at the top. This one, I don't know. But I'm going to be making these tiny little 3-inch diameter dreamcatchers. I might make some bigger ones, but these are like whatever this adds up to, I forget, 17 knots plus 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, so 20 plus another 17 plus the Labrador light. This is my Dreamwalker pendant. It's amethyst, the Labrador light, and then lapis lazuli. So I do want more premium stones for that, because since that one's a premium. But and then there's clear quartz. So, but these 3 will be for my nephews and niece, and yeah. So I'm not gonna worry about the cost on these, because I get to do what I want. So 2017. So yeah, like 67. I don't know. I'll have to add it up. But we'll do dreamcatchers another day. But even if you wanted, like, if you wanted the sobriety pendants, as things like these, I can tie that as well. So I'll probably, I don't know if I'll do a set. I'll probably wait until that's a request, and then you can like toss them on a dreamcatcher too. Like you can wear it on, any, if you want to throw your sobriety or whatever pendants onto a nice, chain, gold chain or something, instead of just having the string. I can make it like that, and they look gorgeous. Take the old ones, throw them on Dreamcatcher as a collection, I want people to have options. Just like Doge Kid. So, they do, if it's not sitting hanging, they did come on. Oh, it didn't tie it. I thought I tied it right. Alright. Oh my goodness. Sorry. I should be tying. I just easily distracted. Alright. Come on. Oh yeah, we're watching Ratatouille. And I was going to talk about my time in France. I should glue these so they don't come untied. And melt so it doesn't fray. I think I'm going to end up making sure melt ends on everything. Because if you want it frayed, you can clip them. But I don't want them to fray, and then people be like, oh, I wish it didn't fray. So, yeah. So, France wasn't, peaches and cream all the time, but I had an amazing experience at the one hotel because it was owned by a chef, a former 3-star Michelin chef. I don't remember his name. I looked up the place a couple months ago, so I've got it saved on Google or something. I can find it again, but it was this amazing little courtyard, like hotel motel dealy that him and his wife and ran, and his daughter was there. She was just a young child. So he wanted to get out of Paris because it was too stressful. So he opened this hotel, kind of like a bed and breakfast, but like amazing location. It was a small town, Saint-Paul-sur-Tenoy, about an hour and a half, 2 hours north of Paris. And I know how to appear human. You know how to cook, and I know how to appear human. Kind of. Yes, you are insane. Yeah, and in this tiny little town was the meat plant as well. So, coming from a small village, like it had small village vibes. I shouldn't tie these so long because I don't need that much. But I'm going to just. I hate working with it too short. So, the hotel, like, it wasn't super fancy. It was cozy, and I mean, it was European, so like, didn't feel any crappier. It just felt like more of a home feel, which is nice. That's what I like. I lived in the hotels, so like, it was nice that it felt more like a home. And we paid for supper, and it was like 17 euros. It was so cheap for this former 3-star chef to cook. And everything we made was amazing. Like, I'm from Wisconsin, and we make a lot of venison, and I've made some good venison. But like, what he made is basically my family's Canadian pot roast, which is a venison roast and like a tomato sauce. But his was just better. It was just so much better. And I'm like, it reminded me of home, but like a 3-star chef made this home-cooked venison dish. You know, from Wisconsin, home of big bucks. Lots of deer hunting history. And the best venison I had was in France. It was so good. He did not have foie gras, goose liver. That's goose that have been like forcibly fed. But I did have it at a different restaurant. Because I did a job on the coast too, so I got to have coastal food. Some fantastic lobster, and I forgot what the foie gras was there. And it was just buttery and sweet, and not a big liver fan, but it was so delicious. And it's like not super ethical, but when in France, the French don't really worry about the ethics when they're cooking. They're like, this is what people did to survive. And it's like, well, kind of, but like, I'm forcibly feeding a duck or a goose. There is an ethical. It was in a podcast. You can look up foie gras podcast. Some Spanish dude, I think. Like, he just created this super amazing environment where the geese just gorge themselves, and they're healthy. I mean, they don't, but their livers are super healthy, and they just become foie gras itself, and just because they're in a perfect environment and they don't leave, and they're like ducks that could, or geese that could fly away. So it's a cool podcast. If I ever edit these videos or something, maybe I'll drop links. It was either This American Life or Radio Lab, almost certain. But yeah, France has amazing food. Corn puppies. Corn dogs. American. All the good stuff, frozen food, is American food. Oh no. With a big ear of corn and puppy dog bagels. Because it's dead. I would love to own a French restaurant, but I'd have to live somewhere where people would pay for it. Alright. Alright. So, we're gonna do... I'll find my glue when I need it. Alright. So we're gonna do quartz. We're gonna do 6 to 11 quartz. Jesus. Bonjour. Bonjour. Found these the other day. Thursday Plantation, Australian original. Tea tree chewed cinnamon flavor. The flavor's been muted because these are, I don't know how old these are. At least 10 years. I probably ordered them on, I don't know. My friend, oh, where's my phone? My friend Alan was into him. I don't know if he still is. They got tons of stuff. Chewing sticks. Ooh. Multi-pack. Oh, they got tea tree and menthol. Flavored toothpicks. Jesus, 6-pack. 6-pack. Menthol, but I've got some friends that might. $26. 16. That's a different company. Oh, what? Oh, maybe they don't make them anymore. Because this is a different company. I mean, I can't imagine they don't. Birchwood infused with cinnamon. Ugh. Out of stock. Instacart. I don't know where I bought them from. But it was a long time ago. And everywhere online's out of stock, so maybe they don't. Someone's selling them on eBay. Yeah, they don't exist. Thursday Plantation still does, but oh Jesus, why'd that light go out? Huh? One of my lights. I must have forgot to charge it. linguine soup. Let's see if we can get this plugged in. Because it wasn't even the one that I had cranked. Ugh. I should put a different arm on that one. Alright. Light up the workspace. Take the sapphire that we cut yesterday, fold it in half, do my pinchy pinch pull. Improvising. $13.5. Special order. The anchovy licorice sauce. Why? Before I changed it. So more otters. Finally time at 11. So this, double check, but 6 months is blue and dark blue specifically. So I almost ordered some navy cord today, but I accidentally ordered 2 of them and it wouldn't let me cancel just one, so I canceled both. And I'm like, I don't need this right now. I did have pink on the order, so I want to see what color their pink actually is, because the pink and light pink looked exactly the same. But a picture and the actual spool are going to tell different stories. Colette. Dragon's gotta come off. I don't really drink. Yeah. It'd be real weird going back to France and be like, sorry, I don't drink anymore. because he was also like the head sommelier for the region for whatever wine organization. So we had, the best wine, the most perfectly paired wine with his food, and the cheese. There's always cheese afterwards, like, it was a ridiculous experience to have while spending my entire day in a processed meat facility, installing an oven that could cook. Those dogs were a little smaller. If they were quarter pounder dogs, they could do like 2.5 tons, 5,000 pounds an hour, bringing the stuffed casing into the oven and coming out the other end, 5,000 pounds. Their dogs were smaller, so they couldn't get that much. They complained about that too. They're like, oh, the one that we saw, the reason why we bought this, they could do 5,000 pounds. It's like, yeah, those are quarter pound dogs. These are like, I don't know, they weren't quarter pound. They were like, I don't even know if they were fifths. They were skinny dogs. They weren't too short, but Kanaki. So they were good hot dogs. They used a birchwood smoke. It was natural smoke, so they were flavorful and tasty. So but it was also eating 3-star meals at night, most nights. There were some nights where they would take off, and originally when they were first going there, like, they weren't open for like extended weeks, so they would stay at that location and then like move somewhere else for like 2 days, and because the family, it's run by family, and other places other than America, they like just don't worry about being open all the time for facilities like that. They're just like, well, we're going to be gone at a wedding, we're going to be gone on a family trip, and there ain't nobody going to be here, so we just shut down. And luckily, eventually, they got to the point where they were cool with us being there. Like, they felt bad that they weren't making sure that we got breakfast, which was bread from the bakery with butter and jam. Like, it wasn't like anything cooked, but when I'd wake up, I'd see him walk out the door and head down the street to the block to the bakery. See the fresh baguettes, the fresh pain au chocolat. Oh, the pain au chocolat. Oh. Fresh croissants. Oh, I ate so much bread for breakfast. I loved it. I'm sure the people with me weren't. Ratatouille doesn't sound delicious. Ratatouille. Of wine. I think this might be the first, like, round 6 mil you've seen, because the rest have been amber, and the bracelets I did were my Le Petit. I'm not French, I just like French stuff. But I did the Chakra bands the other day, and those were 4 meter stones. and this we throw in a 6. The amber we can order in like 5 to 6 millimeter. Maybe it's 4 to, I don't. It's not consistent, so it's just chunks that are polished and rounded and polished. Yeah. Ugh. When I traveled for work, we got reimbursed for food because, we had to eat out a lot, and like sometimes that got real old, but definitely drank way too much, and like everyone did, and it was kind of shitty. Like, could have saved a lot more money. Could have done my job a lot better, but like, especially in France, because we got the Paris rate of like $82 a day, but we weren't in Paris, so like things were way cheaper, and that $83 went a long way. But even like Argentina, like I don't remember what we got down there, but it was the Buenos Aires rate, but we weren't in Buenos Aires. We were in that town was wild. I don't remember where it was. The Argentina trip was wild. That was my first time out of the country, and like, people talk about bad drivers in places, and like, I was in the Dominican, and there was this Cuban guy who was trying to convince, like, he's like, it's terrible. Like, I think it was actually pretty good in Cuba because it's not like the other Caribbean states. I don't know, or islands, not states. But like, he's like his kids wanted like a motorcycle or something, and he took them to the emergency room and like made them sit there for like an hour, and just they watched all the people that drove mopeds like come in, like just lit up, like they got hit, and whoever hit them did not care. And like, he was trying to like convince me that it was the worst place, and I'm like, no, you weren't in Argentina outside of Buenos Aires, where I should have clipped both. Like, whatever highway this was, I don't remember the exact traffic lanes, but I think it was supposed to be like 4, but like there were 4 lanes painted, but like the cars were squeezed in 5 wide, and then there were still people on mopeds like just zipping by on both shoulders, both the inner and outer shoulders, and it was like a divided freeway, and it was just chaos. Like, I was there with like experienced people, and they were like, this is the worst place to drive ever. And we later went to Russia a couple of years later, and St. Petersburg we were there in January, and that place is just wild. To like, the car, like when you see the memes of like the 1-year-old car in Russia, it's true. Like, that's not even a joke. Like, everything's beat to shit. But even Russia did not take a cake to Argentina. Like, it was wild. 5 lanes of traffic and 4 actual lanes with bikes going down the side, and some of them splitting, like just asking to die. And it wasn't just like a single person on like a 90cc bike. It was like a family, like a dad, a mom, holding on to like a 5-year-old child, and they had like 100-pound propane tank or natural gas tank that they were like hanging on to. I wish I was making this stuff up. Like it, and I saw similar stuff in the Dominican, but the Argentina was just even more consistent, like constantly. Just all these death trap mopeds, and a lot of the cars ran off of natural gas. And they'd make you get out of the car when they filled up, and you had to stand like 20 feet away. And it's like, if it blows up, this 20 feet doesn't mean anything. Like, we're still like screwed. And I'm like, I don't know if it was a legit concern, but filling up the freeways, just wild. And we were there while they were striking. Like, the people on unemployment were striking for more benefits. How do unemployed people strike? They fill the freeway. And I think there's been news stuff, and like it's been brought more to light, but it's legit. Like, the company I was working for, they're like, you should probably leave early for your flight because there's a scheduled strike by the unemployed. And I'm like, I don't know what that means. And they're like, they just flood the freeway and then traffic stops and you could be there for like 2 days. I'm like, okay, well, we're not doing that. Maybe not 2 days. That might be an exaggeration on my part, but they're like, you won't make your flight. And I'm like, well, then I guess I'll leave. So the freeway was wild. Mopeds, wild. Filling up with natural gas. I don't know. Probably could have just stayed in the car. I don't think there was an actual concern, but people don't like pressurized tanks. Makes them nervous. So we got the 6er done. Put that off to the side. But the worst. I love Adventure Time, Marceline, the Vampire Queen. I found the Louis Vuitton. This is done by some artist that I grabbed the image from Redbubble. Like, I wanted to order more stuff from him because I had a sticker of this I purchased, and he's not active on Redbubble anymore, so I can't get a new sticker. But yeah, you can get SVGs of all the stuff and throw that into Inkscape and make your own backgrounds and stuff. So I've got a bunch of Louis Vuitton backgrounds that I did the checker in it, but I've got different colors. And this is their actual color, so I just think it's hot with Marceline and Hambo. Marceline has been on my phone for at least 15 years plus. I don't know why. She just had not that same image, but yeah. So let's okay. Up. Coin design. So dark blue, 6 months. Copper, which I don't have copper, but I do have orange. is not gold tone. It's hard to tell the difference with this kind of light. Let's look at it under some different. They're so close. So under 3000K, they don't look very different. They are different. Let's go up to under 4. Man, the gold tone is almost like an orange, like an orange peel. So I think I'm gonna go orange. Orange, gold tone, ochre. Yellow. Here's my tawny full gold, which is a little more gold. Well, we're trying to do copper. And I want to, yeah, I'm gonna do orange because gold tone is too gold. Pinching. Okay. Not that too bright. sun. We do about 24 because I measure to the edge of the mat, or not 24, 48. This is pretty stiff. This has some different feels than some of the other ones, and I've been trying to use and it has a little damage spot into it that I'm not happy about, but when I get to that part, we'll deal with it. Just need to remember that it's there so I don't accidentally put it in the middle of a wristband and have to start over. Bracelet issue or literally anything. Yeah, this is different. And there's a little stretch, but less than the others, so. $13 and a half. See, with this red against the orange, because copper is a reddish orange brown, depending on polish and tarnish. Yeah, this is stiff. I'm not sure why the consistency is sometimes drastically different. But the stiffer it is, it seems to really sometimes I put a little too much extra work into it. I really hope I have energy after tying, because I did not get my room. My room's been a disaster. I've been going through things for the last decade, and I'm hoping to have things moving in a better direction now. Ooh. Yeah, this is... I don't know if I might switch to gold tone, because this makes the ones are just kind of it's stiff. I might have to just work the cord a little. I wish every color was, consistent with the last. It just isn't. Good orange for like some deer hunter pendants. Ooh, I know what I want. I was gonna buy them regardless, but I want ghost beads, Navajo ghost beads, cedar seeds. And I'll do that on this orange. depending on their size. Cedar beads. I could do the wooden jasper, but I want it more different from the woodsman. Maybe I can get some antler. Some antler hair bone. What's short ones? I know I can get those. Could probably get them in different colors, but probably just do natural. Because I definitely need more beads. Definitely need. Amber's technically not a gemstone. It's fossilized street resin, so. My personal trainer's uncle does a lot of Native American beadwork, indigenous people. He's not. He's white, but he does some really nice beadwork. So I might ask my PT where his uncle gets stuff from and see if he's got a lead on hair bone, pipe bone. I don't remember what it's called. Don't know if I'm gonna get through to tying the 1 year one, but the next stream will be, I'll probably save the 1 year pendant for tomorrow, and then I'm going to turn that 1 year into a 7 year. For my 7 year friend. And then, because that'll give an idea of what I want to do. Probably retie my yin yang one, my yin yang pendant, double pendant, and that'll be a good example of, both, one half is black and white, but for the 20-year sobriety, they'd be both white with the labby. If you want to do more than that, like, I don't know. I know, like, some people, I don't know, there's a website for, like, 1 year to 50-year coins. It's like, I think once you have a double pendant, like, I could, like, the dreamcatcher, I had those dangles that didn't have any gemstones, and probably toss those on, because the crosses won't work with the way that they gotta be threaded through. It'll be kind of clunky, but I'll figure something out. I've got an idea. Ugh. But I think it'll just be like a dangle of the year color, of the crossbar color. And yeah. maybe I'll try a triple pendant. Because there's the 3 pillars. I don't know what they are. What are they? They're on a coin. Unity, service, recovery. 1 day at a time. Yeah, 36 year. I can't engrave the prayer on mine, so the Serenity prayer. To thine own self be true. The coins aren't official, but like I said in the last stream, like, symbols are important. They help people. I might have to remember to not be picky. Yeah, the thing about Ratatouille is there's no 5 stars. It tops out at 3, except now they have a green star, which is real cool. You gotta be like eco and stuff. The unfortunate part of Wisconsin is there's no stars in Wisconsin. We don't have fancy restaurants. I gotta go to Chicago. I don't even know if there's something in the Twin Cities. So, the Michelin stars, as far as I know, it was started by the Michelin Tire Company to get people to travel. And if there were dining experiences, yeah, I mean, the whole thing's very French. Michelin's French, so they make the best tires. They just do. That's why they cost so much more. They put more care into it. Those little nubbies that you see on new tires, Michelin tires don't have those. They sand them off. They don't have to do that. They just do, because they're French. And working with the French, I know one very important thing. They're going to do it the French way, and there's nothing you can do about that. And you should not disagree with them. Especially if you're Dutch. We almost had them convinced to do something. We almost had the French convinced to do something the proper way for the hot dog stuffing machine. And it's like, there was only one way to do it, and they just didn't want to do it. And we had them convinced. We didn't have to say another thing, and it's like, okay, we're gonna do this, it's gonna be fine. And then the stuffer guy from the Netherlands is like, yes, this is the way everyone else in the world does it. It's like, oh no, don't, why, what did you have to tell the French that this is the way everybody else does it? They don't want to do it now, and they didn't. She got so upset. The QA lady was so upset. She had demon eyes. There was fire, and I wasn't gonna say anything. Like, I was done. She didn't speak in English, but I didn't need a translator to know what she was saying. Pretty sure later someone told me exactly what she said, but I'm like, yeah, that's what I heard from her tone. And I don't fucking care what the rest of the world does. This is France, and we're going to do it the fucking French way. And we continue to have problems. Because once you have someone won over, you need to stop. You have them won, you don't need to buy them twice. Yeah, look at how stiff. This is so stiff. It's poofed up some. Yeah. Dang. Yeah, this is super stiff. Yeah, the orange is gonna feel different. It's gonna have different feel. You know, there's, who knows, this next spool might not be like this. I don't know. All I know is right now this brand has had the least amount of stretch, but still just a minor stretch that I need to help hold everything together. Ooh, come on, grab it. Yeah. Come on. He's been hiding under my toque. But in Canada, a winter hat is a toque. In the UP, they call it a toque. That's all, toque. Gotta make sure you grab your toque and swampers before you head on out. Especially in the UP. I went to school up in Houghton for 2.5 years. It was awesome, but I also kind of wish I would have maybe gone to a bigger city. Like I don't know, people from a small town, I'm gonna go to Alaska, I'm gonna go to the UP. It's like, it should have been like, I need to go to some city. I think they would have been fine. But, lived near Madison for a while. That was cool. But going from the UP to Madison, like, things were just, like, different. Like, the drinks were different, too. Like, it was so expensive living in Madison. Or even just near Madison. You know. My one buddy got really upset at the brewery because they raised their price on a pint. He's like, he was a grad student, so he didn't have a lot of money. He's like, every week I could just go there with $5. I could get 2 pints of microbrew, and then I could leave $1 tip. Now I have to bring an extra $1. I'm like, oh, that's inflation. Yeah, this is stiff and twisty. But then it's like I always thought about that. I'm like, it was $5, 2 pints and a tip. And then I go to Madison, and it's like, that's $10. That's $10 for one. Or something, like, they're outrageous. Like, the prices are just outrageous. Because, like, you're not paying for the alcohol, you're paying for whatever experience they're trying to give you. You're paying for the building. So, but I don't know. I don't want to do that anymore. Like, I had a friend invite me out to karaoke, and I'm like, she's just gonna get drunk and not actually talk to me. And what do I do at a bar? Like, I just don't want to be there with all the people drinking. Like, it's just, I don't feel tempted, but I also just don't want to be around it to be partially tempted. Like, the other day I had, like, before tying these, I had this dream. I've had a lot of vivid dreams in the past, but this one felt so real. Like, when I woke up, I had to convince myself that it really didn't happen. Like, it wasn't just yesterday. But the dream, it's like a memory of binge drinking, and it's like, I know that didn't happen. Because I didn't go anywhere and I didn't have any. But I felt terrible. Like, I felt like a failure. Like, how could I let this happen? Like I was getting ready for doing this series, and I'm just like, I had to remind myself that it didn't actually happen. And like, you know, I don't know. It was harsh. It was harsh. Like, I hated it. I hated it so much. Because I'm like, I was so worried I couldn't put my pendant on. And I'm like, what happened? So, yeah, it had me messed up for a couple hours. And that was even before my friend, like, asked me to go out. And, like, after that dream, like, I just didn't want to. Didn't want to go to karaoke and have fun singing. Oh, shoot. But then, like, not actually interact with the people, because drunk people don't actually talk fun. Like, they're boring. Boring AF. At the gentleman's club, there was always this dude coming in, just plastered, and he'd be like, I've got 3... I don't know what you're driving while under. Yeah, he had like 3 DWI felonies, and it's like, why are you? You're not allowed to serve this guy. He's already drunk coming in. It's like, but he would like yell across that about his felonies. It's like, dude, like, I'm sure you probably killed someone or almost killed someone or something. Like, this is not good shit. Like, why are you doing this? So, but that was when I was going there a lot, and who knows if he's still slumming around. Like, I hated that guy so much. It's like, don't be here. Why are you here? Like, you showed up drunk. Red. I could do a deeper, darker red, because they had some real. I could do wine red. Jeez. They had wine red, but they also had date red, which the date red looks real cool. Probably drop that, but I mean, can't help what they named the cool colors. There's also peacock blue, so that one's not named after alcohol. Yeah. This red's pretty nice. I think this red's pretty close to the green. As I see that now, I'm just like, I need to double check. I have to clean this box. This is a real box. That's like green, yellow. Who puts black, purple, gray? They're pretty close, I think. I don't know. I wish they were all consistent. The lavender is like super light and soft. The lavender purple. I think there's a couple other colors that are like that, but I'm worried that the pink is gonna come that way. But it ties really nice. It's just, I don't know. The stiffer cord is I like less. Like I'll have to tie a bracelet with it, but it's real stiff. Might might switch to gold tone, but I like how blurry different. I could also get a brown or a tan or something. I'll have to see. I want some feedback. I mean, even if the first one's orange. I should watch Chef after this. I love Chef with Jon Favreau. He directed, stars in it. It's got all the Iron Man people in it. It's got Scarlett Johansson. It's got Robert Downey Jr. Wow, why did I? Ooh, Freddie Prinze Jr. I could watch Rebels again. I love Rebels. I haven't watched Skeleton Crew yet. Oh man. I gotta finish Naruto before I binge some more cartoons. Well, I mean, I don't want to watch new stuff while I tie this so I can talk and engage, otherwise. Naruto was too distracting. I was making mistakes. But a great artist can come from anywhere. Varnish. Ego lost his job. Yeah. Man, if anyone wants to, like, small business investment in me, like, I got ideas. I just need partners. I can't do this stuff on my own. Like, I just can't. Don't want to. It's just harder. Like, even, like, thinking about, like, AA, like, you've got a sponsor, and, like, yeah, it's on you, but kind of have. I mean, you've got a support group. You have to drive that force, but it's there for you. And it's hard to find that when, you know, for just life. So, but there's also a lot of support groups out there, you know, more in higher populated areas, but it's really good that AA is so strong and can help a lot of people help themselves. I appreciate the guidance I've gotten from my friends. I know there's more to learn. At some point I need audiobook if I'm going to do anything. But I should find an audiobook of the AA Bible. Feels like something I should listen to in the woods. So So maybe this summer. I asked my friend, like, I could, like, live stream reading it, and he said that would be highly inappropriate. So I won't do that. But he said that anyone that's struggling can learn something from it, so... Or, not necessarily those words, but that's the impression that I always got from him. Like, the program is for the people that need it, but it's, you know, it's got code of conduct, ways to live, and how to think about yourself and other people, so, you know, can't afford a therapist, maybe pick up the AA handbook. Give that a try. If it works for you, it works for you. If it doesn't, well, move on. But as far as self-help goes, it's a self-help program. My 7-year friend talks very candid about, like, what type of person, like, isn't gonna make it and what type is, and you know, he's got that radar for, you know, is this person gonna make it, or are they still not ready? Are they still fucking around and finding shit out? So, you know, some people, it really is about self and person, self-respect, and it's hard. My friend that should be nearing, what did I was gonna do? Rebels. Yeah, I'll do Rebels. My friend coming up on 60, you know, talked about not feeling worthy for, like, anything. And it's like that was hard to hear, but, like, I think that's the big thing. Like, for most people that are stuck in the bottle, like, it's about their own self-worth. You know, I feel like it kind of, in some way, like, a lot of people can relate to that, but not everyone has taken it to the extreme as someone that's addicted to a substance. And, like, people get desperate to feel a certain way so that they can feel like they act normal, and you know, there's just a lot of self-hate, and it's hard. It's hard to love yourself when you're, you know, you have to validate yourself, and that's just really hard for a lot of people. Like, when you don't have external validation, when you don't have, and even when you do, like, you don't feel like you deserve it. You don't feel like you can have it. So, I know the program helps you to see yourself as worthy, but that has to come from you. You have to feel that you're worthy. So, and that's why, you know, just thinking about all the things, all the challenges, all what you need, who you need to be, and that helped me create my golden tiger's eye on green. Love yourself. Keep yourself in your heart. So I like that band. I think, a lot of people dealing with self-respect and self-confidence are going to be drawn to it. Tiger's Eye draws people in, especially people struggling with self-identity. Maybe I should be using Tiger's Eye in this. You gotta pick a stone. Stick with it, eh? I think I must have just a slight angle in this direction. I might attach it. No, if I attach it that way, then. In the first 2 streams, I had the camera, the tripod plate attached to the camera bottom. Now I have it attached to my small rig handle. So it pushes it a little, it reorients it, so I didn't bother flipping the display out or anything, because I didn't care that you guys saw everything upside down. I thought that was interesting, but once I realized I could just flip the whole camera in, that run and gun handle helps to offset it, and it feels like a more secure fit. Like this Sony Handycam, the fit on the bottom, it didn't feel very good for mounting vertically, so I was always, and even this, it's on a hot shoe mount, cold shoe, hot shoe. So I'm worried about it slipping off. But I tend to over tighten that kind of too, because I don't want it to come off. When I get a nice, I like that I can zoom in easy with this setup. I thought about getting a smaller camera that didn't have functionality, that it could be light and I could stick on the tripod with a horizontal boom arm, or I don't know. At some point I'll need to get some kind of action cam, and then I'll mount that to a boom arm, and then I can grab it and just move it around, and it'll be a lot lighter. I could even I don't know. We'll see. Eventually. But that would be more of a workstation setup that would just be set up all the time, and I could move. That'd be, I'm designing it in my head right now. But we are finishing up the 7-month quartz on red sobriety pendant. One last snake knot, and then the overhand knot with all 3 lines. It's an extra cut, but it's hard to pull that knot through on this. It's a little easier on the bracelets because I'm not trying to tie it so close. anyone asks the question, why am I doing this? Why am I live streaming this? Because I have to charge money for these, and I want people to see like the amount of attention and care that goes into it, and how long it actually takes to do this. Because I want people to think about what they get paid an hour and realize that it might be a little jewelry craft, but it still takes time. It still takes time, skill. Like, yeah, this is kind of a physical skill, but like I'm designing this stuff. Like I'm thinking of the different designs. You know, I've high IQ, 3 degrees. I want another degree. I need to start looking into this year on how to apply for to be a clinical psychologist. I want a doctorate of psychology. I don't want a PhD of philosophy. That seems stupid. I want the so that is what I would like to do. I thought about applying this year. It's due in December for most schools, so but I'm still working through some issues, and I think I want to really work on a good application. I kind of don't. I need to find some kind of educational counselor I can speak to, but like one that actually knows shit about this specifically. Like, you know, when I filed for disability, like I used help with that from the ARDC Aging Disability Resource Center, and they had disability experts, and I could ask them like what, you know, they could tell me what they're looking for and what I needed to show, and that was really important because especially with mental health, it's really confusing. Like I couldn't do things, like, and I still can't, like paperwork and stuff like still gets me, you know, it's become like a huge trigger and it's hard. So, you know, being able to have some guidance was really important. Because I couldn't work and I can't work. I almost died. Like that, I don't know how else to put it. Like things got so bad. Like it just, I wasn't, like I was worried about surviving over any kind of thriving. Like it was just constant in survival mode, and you can't live that way. That just destroys yourself. Ooh. This purple is kind of stretchy. Yeah, this purple's extra stretchy. Why? Well, it's still not as stretchy as some of the other ones. But this 24-inch piece seems to stretch about an inch. So, it's... You know, I'm sure there's some kind of tolerances, and who knows, like the ones that don't stretch now, like if I order new ones, like are they gonna stretch? I don't know. But this, it's still a lot less stretchy, but man, just like I can tell from just here that it's extra stretchy, and like all I'm stretching is this part. Like I can just tell now, you know, just touching it. Like I didn't have to stretch it, I could touch it. And I'll have to check the lavender purple, because the lavender purple is softer than this, but I don't know if it stretches as much. So that'd be interesting to see. Like every single one has just a slight different feel. And who knows, maybe I'll get to the... I don't know if I'd be able to feel it through the spool, because it should subtly change if it does. But I don't know. We'll see. You know, the only one that has been the most consistent has been this tie full. But unfortunately, it doesn't come in every color, and it works itself loose. Like I have to glue the knots in it, because they don't stay. Because there is no stretch. So I'd like to understand more about why there's the inconsistencies in this. I might tie this at 13 1/4, just because I think it's going to stretch a little. Thinking about blasters. That's sort of such a pitch at the first couple of the first season. I keep forgetting that season 4 it just gets dark. Everything gets dark. Need to eat some food. Peanut butter sandwich, maybe. Chew and stick. They're not very flavorful anymore. They're so old. Yeah, it's gonna be, since it stretches, it'll pull tighter. It'll make a thinner. I don't know. It definitely, like, I will never have the purchasing power. I mean, who knows? Becomes celebrity. People really like them. They want them all. There'll be red Strands commercial, and then there'll be the real expensive ones, red Strands by Avigale, which I'll continue to tie. But very few for like auction or some shit, or giveaway to friends. That'd be fun. Like to be able to have like some kind of jewelry thing. Have other people have some kind of standard, perfect, you know, all the chords the same. Then I can just come up with designs, and then every once in a while I Thai, and those are, the deluxe special. It'll be stupid expensive because it'll be like yellow diamonds. It'll be like actual gold and stuff. Can I finish by 1 o'clock? If I keep a good pace going, maybe. This is the 4th one, so I've got 2 more to tie. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Yeah. Especially if I save the 1 years. Finish by 1 o'clock so I can clean my room so I can go to bed. I got stuff all over my bed. I need to do a lot of things. The main hope is to make enough money making this stuff, streaming. I'm gonna start streaming playing video games. Just trying to was getting stuff set up, so probably do that before coming over to tie these. But I need to get my room clean first, because it's so bad. Like, it's got. I'm finally feeling like there's less struggle. The struggle's real. The struggle is every day. Like. And it's hard for other people to understand. But, I'm not re-energizing as much as I should, because I need to be with people to do that. But I need people that I can trust and know, and it's hard. I've been trying to make friends at the gym. And I hope I see the guy that really got me to start thinking about what I wanted to make for sobriety recovery, because it was interesting. I talked to him just briefly a little bit, and I wanted to see if we had something in common. So I asked him if he watched any anime, because I was watching Naruto and love Avatar and Korra, but that we didn't connect on. We talked about some music, but he saw my Deathly Hallows tattoo, which, in case anyone asks, I got this way before the transphobic stuff came out, and at some point art has to transcend the artist, so whatever. But he didn't recognize it for Deathly Hallows. He thought that because there's a recovery tattoo, but it's a triangle inside of a circle. So the Deathly Hallows is circle and triangle with a line down it. I need to get it redone because the circle's not circle enough. But I don't know. I can leave it. Whatever. Nothing's perfect. People think it's cool. Plus, there's skin stretches, so it's all over the place. After getting it, I'm like, man, circles are not a great idea because they'll never look like a circle. So I also have a hop cone. I feel weird talking about it to people. I'm like, yeah, I've got a hop cone, what they put in beer, but I don't drink it anymore. So I don't remember what it's called, the rum, whatever, the German law, beer law is gonna the hops is on there, but then wheat or grain and water. I wanted to get more symbols. Yeast is the technical fourth one that they eventually added or something. I don't know. But now I'm sober. Like, oh, I'm not gonna do that. But I do want to find something to do with hops, because I was growing some hops at my house, and I like the smell. I like how they grow. I wonder if I could add them to like a jam. There's got to be other ways to use hops. I mean, yeah, they're bitter. I loved double IPAs. I love the bitterness. I love the hops that they would use in them, and I wonder if I could bake that into something. Or stir fry. Like a honey chicken, sweet onions, and then we need some chilies. I need some red chilies. I don't know which ones, but they gotta taste just right. Some sweet peppers, and then honey and hops. But they gotta be the right hops. I gotta taste them. Some Cascades might be nice. Those are really nice to smell. But I mean, they're a flour. People cook with flours. They bake with flours. So there's gotta be like hop bread or something. I'll figure something out. We'll bake with hops. I just love hops. I don't give a shit about beer anymore. I just want to be able to use hops. Like, they smell nice, they kind of blend in, but I don't know. I need to make sure next Christmas to tell my mom to use NA Baileys for her Baileys fudge so I can actually eat it. Because I had some this year and it was, oh my god. Like, I totally forgot that there's alcohol in Baileys. I'm like, oh, Baileys fudge. Like, put it in my mouth. I'm like, what is wrong with this? It was exactly the scene from Noelle. With Anna Kendrick when she grabs the drink out in the outside restaurant. She takes a big swig of it and she's like, there's something wrong with this. Don't drink that. There's something wrong with it. Like, that was the moment. I'm like, what is wrong with this fudge? Like, I just wanted a piece of fudge. I'm like, oh, that's right, Bailey's has alcohol. And, like, I just leaned over the sink and I'm just like, bleh. Like, took the spray hose and, like, washed my mouth out. Like, it was just repulsed by it. And I'm like, it would have been delicious had it not, like, had I not felt my tongue hurt from the like, it just was terrible. Like, I just wanted to vomit. And I basically did, so that was another moment. I'm like, oh no, it was unknowing and I spit it up instantly. Like, the moment it like touched the back of my tongue, I'm like, something's wrong and I don't want this. So, you know, I'm sure that happens to a lot of people. Like, why did you give me this thing? And I was visiting my grandma and her friend was over and my grandma actually spilled her wine. She was wiping it off the floor. I think I talked about this to myself. And so her friend's there and they're talking about the spilling of the wine. I'm taking my shoes off. I'm like, I haven't had a drink in over a year. And her friend's like, oh, you want me to pour you a glass of wine? And I'm like, no, I've been sober for over a year. She's like, oh, like, it's fine. You're 90. She talks very blatantly about a lot of stuff, and sometimes, like, if anyone else is saying that shit, like, I'd get really uncomfortable. But she's my grandma's, like, she's my 90-year-old grandma's 90-year-old friend, and it's like, what am I gonna do? My grandma, like, I can't, like, I make a pizza. Grandma and I have pizza, and every time she goes, I'm gonna drink a beer with pizza. And I'm like, you do you, Grandma. You're 90. So. I don't remember her drinking a lot when I was a kid. My grandpa had a stroke when I was pretty young, and, like, my dad had to talk to him about not drinking because, like, he was paralyzed. He lost most of his vocabulary and never really gained a lot of it back, and, you know, he would continue to drink, and, like, all the meds they give you, like, you can't. Like, he just kept having seizures because, you know, he was an alcoholic. You know, he had a kegerator, like, he made sure to end the day with drinking. You know, my other family was farmers, but they drank plenty. But actually, I learned that my grandpa on that side was very strict about, like, alcohol use, even if his children weren't. But yeah, so, like, grandpa that had a stroke had to get talked to about not drinking anymore because my dad was tired of helping him out of the tub after he would have a seizure. So they finally got, you know, that's his father-in-law. He had to do that too because his sons were not in the state. So it's a hard thing to do to your father-in-law that you love dearly, but he needed to stop, otherwise he was going to die earlier, and he ended up living pretty late in life. I don't remember exactly, but he's been gone. When he died, he passed away while I was in France, so that was, I don't know, 13 some years ago, maybe. I don't know. It's been a while, but all right. Perp done. Gold and green. So 9 months done, 10, 11, gold, green. So yeah. My other grandpa died a lot earlier from Alzheimer's, and I don't know what alcohol did to him. I know he had to give it up because of heart disease and stuff, and I don't know. But there's a story that I heard. You know, hunting land, you know, we had like 400 acres, and we hunted with family. But before, like, it was just my uncles and me and some of my nephews and nieces. Not nephews and nieces, cousins. My nephew got a big buck this year. Big buck. So that's probably what I was thinking. Nephews and nieces. I think his antlers are bigger than my antlers, but I don't know the spread, but it was a nice big rack. Definitely a challenge for biggest in the family, but even more impressive, it was just a giant body, so they got a lot of meat out of it, which my brother had a Monster 11 quite a few years ago with a big body, so. And I had a real big body buck, but its antlers weren't very big. So it just got a Euro mount. It also like had tines that are just busted to shit. I'll have to do a live stream in front of it sometime. My dad has it hanging in, all my stuff hanging up. He's really proud. I forget which color. Gold. So I did ochre for the amber one. I'm gonna do ochre again because I do have that gold tied for my friend. So I have an example of gold tawny full. Where is my ochre? Every time I say ochre, there's a JT song where she says okay a lot. Every time or something like that. Ochre. Okay. I need to actually label it because I didn't label this side, but even this side, that's supposed to be ochre. That's not ochre. I have no idea what word that is. It looks like... I have no idea. Whatever. I have to relabel it. And just get a box where I can see them visibly instead of double stacked looking at the tops with my poor handwriting. So they look real close, but the ochre has, it almost looks antiqued. The ochre is this side, this is the tawny full gold. They're different size too. Different weave, but it looks like an antiqued gold. And I do like this. It just has such little stretch, and this has some stretch. This isn't bad either, and this will make a thicker pendant. So as much as I love this gold, it's harder to tie. I will tie some tawny full bands, and I'll do some tawny full stuff. Just you'll be able to see the difference. This it stays more round, and the tawny full gets flat. But I think that's also what helps me to use it as a bead line. You know, all my stuff's called red strands because the bead line is the red tawny full line. I did think about doing like a gold signature, but I really want to stick with the red strand in the middle. I've thought about like getting a wristband made in actual gold. And I could probably do these pendants designed in real gold, like a gold pendant that looks like snake knots and has the gemstones inset, and then also have an actual red line thread through it. You know, I mean, that'd be an expensive thing, but I think it'd be fun to. And like I've thought about how to do bracelet, like the top part of the bracelet where all the knots are would be the gold, but then it'd have just some, the ends would come in loops. It'd be more of an infinite looped one, and then the ends could be tied with 3 like red strands. It could match, so it's this, it'd be easy to replace those too. Like, they could attach on like the excuse me, I could have them attach a little bit like the dangles on the dreamcatcher. And that way you could like swap it out too. Like, you could swap out colors. And like, those ends would be so easy to tie that you could just tie. Well, I mean, I'd have all the colors, so I just feel like I'd have to charge too much for that. And there'd be plenty of people that, like, I don't mind if people tie their own. The red bead line's kind of my signature, but like, can't stop you from using it. It'll just be a red Strands, not by Avigale. So, I didn't know about the Wilhelm scream in media and stuff until a couple years ago, because I lived in Burnwood, and we don't learn stuff here because there isn't stuff here. 700 people 25 miles away from anything in any direction. But the Wilhelm scream, like, every time I hear it, I just laugh now. Like, it takes me out. Like, I wish things would stop using it, because it kind of like removes me, because now I hear it so vividly when it happens. Even like, there's so many times where like they play it muted in the background, and it's like, oh, there's the Wilhelm scream. So for those of you that don't know what the Wilhelm scream is, you can look it up on Google. I'm not your personal Google. So, Wilhelm scream. You'll find it. You can read about it. I'm not going to try to reenact it. I'm not going to tell you about it. I don't know that much about it. I just know what it is and that it exists in a lot of shows. It's an old piece of voiceover that people aren't 100% certain who did it, but they're pretty sure, and it's like one of the most reused voiceover samples. So, oh, come on, Tommy, or come on, Okray. Flatten that out that way. My friend ties a lot of he fly fishes, so I should see if I want to do a stream with him. He does a lot of primitive stuff, and I think it'd be cool to do a stream with him of primitive stuff, but also like fly fishing and fly tying, because I need to fish. Everyone should fish. Like, once a year, you should take a moment to just go fish. But like, really fish, like in the woods. Someplace quiet. Even if you just have a stick with like a string attached to it, just flicking it in, seeing if you can get a fish to like snap at it or something. You don't have to actually catch it. Just go through the motions. especially people that are like city people and like don't know anything about nature, and like people that wouldn't be found that like find a place where you can pretend to fish. It's supposed to be boring, you know, like a lot of people will be like, oh, it's too boring. Yeah, that's the whole point. You just sit there. Your body's in motion. A simple task doing nothing. And then you're forced to think. Because your brain thinks you should be doing something. Because you're fishing. But once your mind's clear, then it can be filled. So that's kind of what fishing does. Clears the mind so that you can think about what you need to think about. It's not about catching. Not anymore. I'll have to talk to him about. I don't want to go. Like I used to ice fish, and I used to really enjoy ice fishing, but I don't enjoy being cold anymore. So, yeah. And I did a lot of it by myself, and I just got a big, like 40-inch northern from Canada on the wall that I pulled through a hole, and somehow it did not get all scraped up because she a big old fatty. But you know, how do you top that ice fishing experience? Like there's a bigger pike, but she was like 18.5 inches around. She a thick girl. So, like, can't find that in Wisconsin. You just got long, snaky shit. Yeah, I caught a sturgeon on Lake Wisconsin a few years ago. That was at least 4 foot. Got a picture of me holding it up, and like I always tell people, like, yeah, it was like 4 feet, but it's a little longer than that, I think, because it was definitely bigger than that pike. Yeah. I keep in my mind, I keep making the sturgeon smaller than it actually was. It was a big sturgeon, like not. I don't think it was 5 foot, but it was at least 4. That was a great fishing trip with my buddy, my duck hunting buddy, and we were walleye fishing. We caught everything but walleye. I don't remember. We went fishing like 2 days in a row or something, and caught that sturgeon. He caught a tiger muskie. I think it was a tiger muskie. I don't think it was just the regular muskie, but got pictures of it somewhere. Caught blue catfish, channel catfish. Caught a white striped bass. So we might have caught, I don't even know if we caught a small wally or anything. Ugh, now I miss fishing. Thanks everybody. So, didn't feel like continue to talk about alcohol. So, switched to fishing. Drank a lot on the ice. Man. To 1. Yeah, I'll get this one finished. I'll finish the green one for 11 months, and then I need to continue cleaning my room. I need to eat a little something. I just hope people don't think this is too green. Let's see if I can get a little more sleep earlier. Hopefully I get up earlier, and instead of streaming at 1, I can stream. Oh, I've got the gym tomorrow, so at 2 o'clock. I gotta make sure I wake up early enough. So I'll have to stream playing with the pups at noon. I'll have to set it up right away. And then hopefully I was gonna I meant to do it a while ago to start playing some old video games. The Journeyman Project series from the 90s. I never played the first game. My friend did, and I don't know. But I wanted to play those 3 games. Buried in Time and Legacy of Time were my favorite games growing up, and yeah, I want to replay them and live stream that. So I will be doing that tomorrow because I've got my scene set up in OBS, and I've got my phone working as a webcam. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So I'm right. I had to figure out a way to get it to display on my computer so I can capture it, and it locks out my mouse and stuff. Like, it's an old game, full screen game, and still trying to figure out how to make it windowed so I can still be able to use other functions of my computer, because as it sits now, I have to, luckily my laptop has a touch screen, so when I'm locked out of my mouse, I can still touch the touch screen, and it minimizes the game. But I don't know, it's gonna be a nuisance, I know it. But I tried changing the executable parameters. I've found some forums, and they said try this, and it's the 2 ways I tried didn't work, and there's not a lot of in the shortcut at the end, tag it full screen equals false. So I don't know, and then I tried doing it in the GOG Galaxy games, Like the studio that made it doesn't exist. It's long gone. The main character was recast in each game too, but thankfully, like, you don't see yourself very often, except for in the final game, where they have a lot more video. The fourth game I really like because you get to actually interact with people in the game, or NPCs. It's probably, I don't know. Pegasus Prime is probably, I don't know. As far as you know, it plays really different. It's time travel games. You know, the second one I really like because in one of the locations you visit Da Vinci's, like, whatever. You get to visit his home, workshop, warehouse, I don't know, whatever you want to call it. Like, they talk about history and stuff, and in the final game I learned a lot about Buddhism and South American stuff. They have a fictitious Atlantis in the Mediterranean. Like, there's aliens and stuff. It's pretty great. It's a great 90s game. You can jump around and now we need green. Which has so far been my favorite chord to use, even though, you know, I've switched all to the same brand. They're not identical. So, I guess this. Yeah, it's got some stretch. It's got the same stretch as the purple, I guess. I just usually don't stretch it across that length. But I definitely have other cord that stretches way more. So I'm not worried about the 2 inches over 48. Because there's no weight on these. So this twist is what we don't want. Yeah, at 13 and a half it does a half inch. So we'll do 13 and a quarter. If it ever. So far, my favorite chord is not cooperating. Skipped yoga today because, man, yoga's been really helpful on my back and joints, but not quite out of the inflammation yet, but it's getting there. My hips hurt a lot. My sacral, my sacral, it all hurts, so it's all connected. But every day I feel a little better. I think I mentioned it in yesterday's stream, but like, even after not drinking for almost a year, not having alcohol, like, it was still like the 10th, 11th month before, like, I feel like I actually started feeling better. I don't know why, but I think that's kind of how it goes. So, I know for a lot of people there's terrible rough days. It's a lot of mental health, and I think going to the Y definitely helped too, but like I didn't feel like I could start going until October, which was, the start of my 10th month, and like even after that, like I was still just not doing well still. Going to the gym, like being dedicated, like being distracted, and I can't say, getting to the year was great. There's still struggles, but, every month after years felt a lot easier. It's just felt different. I don't know why. I still have my anxiety and depression and all sorts of jazz, but I don't know. Even not officially being part of the program, hitting the year was still like, it felt big. It felt like I wish I could have focused on that more instead of other things I was worried about, but I still felt it. And then it like made like New Year's Eve like weird, like what do I do? Nothing. Because if you go out on New Year's Eve, like, I don't know, I didn't have anywhere to go. I didn't stay up any later than usual because I'm up right now, so I probably intended to go to bed early. Like, I don't know. I think I was still like, I think I was a little upset that I hadn't met anyone at the gym. Like, I had just started talking to some people, and like there's someone that was cool, but like I didn't get to ask them like if they wanted to hang out until after New Year's Eve, and then they didn't want to anyway. So, you know, the shitty part about other people is that they don't actually want to get to know you. They don't actually want to get to know anyone. You know, like my yoga friend that I was talking to is like, yeah, a lot of people come to the gym to be alone in public. I'm like, I hate all of you. I just hate all of you. Like, at least wear a sign that says I'm an asshole and I don't want to talk to anybody. Like, it'd just be nice to know the people that are worth approaching, that are actually going to want something more instead of like having to talk to everyone. Because I don't want to make these people feel special that I'm approaching them. I'm literally approaching them because I'm approaching everyone. You're not actually special. I'm just trying to find a person that actually is going to say yes. Everyone wants to make friends too fucking slow. Like, I'm not going to spend a year showing up in public, not actually getting to know you, not being able to ask you questions about yourself. Like, why would I want to do that? Like, let's just interview, like, for a job. Let's just do that. Like, here are the reasons why I would not want to be a friend with you. How many of them do you check off? Well, he's checked off too many, so we can't be friends. Like, that's it. Like, I don't need to know what you like, what you're into. I need to know the shit about you that I don't like. Like, are you conservative? Okay, we can't be friends. Because I won't want to talk to you ever. Are you flaky? Yeah, well, I don't. You're gone too. Like, I need someone that I can rely on, that I can talk to every day, not someone that I talk to once every 3 months. Like, I don't need that. I'm never going to get to know you, and I don't know why you want that either. Are you too afraid to actually make friends with people? Okay, well, you can't be my friend either. You know, I understand what happened. You know, MAGA really destroyed social life. Because if you're not an obnoxious, loud, orange asshole that just yells above everyone, like, you can't be in public anymore because some orange asshole is going to show up and just start yelling and make everything not fun. And then they complain about everything, and, like, you know, everything's disappeared because MAGA hated it, and they just complained about everything. And it's like, you know, they made people afraid to be different. Even, like, they're just so boring. They're such boring people. Fiscal responsibility doesn't do shit. Just making nothing, being garbage. You know, we're supposed to be a service society. We're not supposed to be manufacturing stuff because we can't. Like, these, like someone in China can make these for like $5. You can buy it for like $5. I can't sell this for $5 because I don't live in China. I can't live off of $1 a day. is 11. And tomorrow we will do 1 year. And then we'll also do 7 year. And I shouldn't. I don't know. Might string some stuff. Well, I got a lot of stuff strung, but I need to string some Tiger's Eye because I want to redo the Love Yourself band that I gave away. Because it just looks so good. It looks so nice. I loved it so much. I'm glad I gave it to my friend. Maybe I'll just make them take a picture. I'm not gonna touch these up tonight. I can do that. Yeah, I can do it tomorrow. I can glue and melt. I don't want to do it tonight. Tomorrow we'll show off all of them, and maybe we'll try to make it a shorter night. Just get the 1 year and the 7 year. Then I'll clean up all these. Six, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Oh. So these 24 and then the other months on amber. So chuck these in there. So yeah. Red, purple, and green. Red, purple, green, and gold repeat. Why did they choose the colors they chose? I don't know. Why do I have to choose a few colors that are different? Because copper cord is... They make metallic cord, but it's not the same. And they just don't make copper. And that's that. That is how it is. Work with the Labrador light tomorrow. I have put away my Chakra stone here. Good day. This is a good day to skip the gym. I've been hitting it hard, so I feel bad. But I think I break every once in a while. I was kind of burning at both ends. So I've been struggling to do my actual weight training with my personal trainers, so I'm gonna be able to keep pushing in, and my body will just hurt. I'm gonna schedule a massage. Should have done that, because now I think I have to push it out. But definitely need it. I've got too much muscle pain to deal with. I just can't. So. I like this shot. It's nice. Well, appreciate anyone that watches these videos, and if you can subscribe to my channel, give it a like, comment. I'll respond to comments if you comment. I want to do community engagement. I want to do a live stream vlog that's more of a Q&A, but I need people to engage. So subscribe, turn on the notification, like all my videos. Throw my videos on in the background as I don't know, almost white noise. I need 500 subs, and I need, I don't know, I need to post a new video like every so many days, but then I need like 1,500 hours watched or like 5 million views on my shorts. So I'm gonna try to make more shorts, probably mostly of the dogs, but I need interaction so I can start to monetize, and I'll be able to do, if I have money, I'll be able to actually do cooler stuff. But I want to do a bunch of stuff with a bunch of people. Like I talked to my friend Mark. He had a major stroke before COVID, a few years before COVID, and he still doesn't have all his language. He's paralyzed down the one side of his body. It reminds me a lot of my grandpa, so yeah. But we're gonna do puzzles together, and he said I could live stream, so I'll have to bring my stuff down there. If I can get the subscribers and watch hours, then I can live stream from my mobile device, and I don't have to carry as much stuff around. So that'd be nice. I'll probably, and then if I can use my phone for things, it opens up a lot more to me. So I want to be able to do that to make more content. I just don't want to struggle to make content just because I can't be as mobile as I want to be. Well, like I said, community engagement, community involvement will help me be able to do more. And if you can help me out there, I'd appreciate it. I don't know if anyone's gotten to the end of this. Someday, maybe. But subscribe, bell notification, like this video, comment on this video. Let it play in the background so I can get the watch hours. And as always, keep your heart nice and centered.